Hey, what's up everybody, man? So we going into week 7 of the NFL season, and ever since last season I have seen enough for me to believe that the NFL is pretty much becoming a joke. So before we get into the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, thanks for giving me a chance. If you like the video and you like the content, make sure you click the subscribe button at the end. I got all the content from basketball and football. This is the channel you need to be at, so make sure you click the button. Now let's actually get into the video. So like I was saying, since last season all the way up until today, I've seen too much foolishness that shouldn't be going on in the NFL. And this is the reason why the NFL is pretty much becoming a joke. I've seen terrible officiating. Refs just don't know what roughing the passer is nowadays. Anybody that knows football knows that if you are a few steps close to the quarterback and he's in a throwing motion of throwing the ball, you're still going to hit him, because what if he's pump faking the ball? And plus, you already got all that momentum. It's very hard to stop and not hit the quarterback. Now, there are some times when dudes just flat out just hit the quarterback out of paidness. Now, those are roughing the passer penalties, but they got to be careful with these roughing the passing penalties. Also, refs don't know what a blindside hit is anymore. And honestly, if it's not, blocking it back, it should be legal in the first place. This is football, but just because you catch a nigga lacking does not mean that it should be a penalty. He should be paying attention. This is football, you feel me? Also, the refs have gotten better with pass interference, but why did the challenge flags have to force improvement in the first place? These refs went to school to be referees. You know what pass interference looks like. I bet you knew what pass interference looked like when you were taking them quizzes, my guy. I've also seen franchise players such as OBJ and Jalen Ramsey get traded. The first one I'm going to talk about is Jalen Ramsey, because this just happened yesterday. Jalen Ramsey is in conversation for the best cornerback in the entire NFL. It's him and Stephon Gilmore up there for debate. He was drafted top 5 by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Instead of giving him the extension that is well deserved, they traded him and try to blame his attitude and personality for additional reasons not to pay him. Ramsey has been the same person since day one. He's always been this type of guy. Now all of a sudden it's an issue and you want to use as an excuse not to pay him. You drafted him top 5. You drafted him to be one of the best cornerbacks in the league. How come when he becomes one of the best cornerbacks in the league and he wants to be paid like it, you act like you can't pass out the little bit of cheddar to him? But instead, y'all out here giving Blake Bortles extensions for no reason, even though they did end up trading him. It's just certain things I don't understand that's been going on in the NFL. Next, I want to talk about OBJ. Now, you can talk about OBJ all you want. You can slander him, you can judge him. But at the end of the day, when he's healthy and properly used, he is an elite wide receiver in the NFL. OBJ should never be on the trade market. He was another guy that was traded because of his personality, and they called him a crybaby. But I haven't seen him be a crybaby in Cleveland despite the hard times that we are facing right now unexpectedly. If being angry and throwing your helmet on the sideline and, punching some nets is a part of being a crybaby, let's point the fingers at all the other dudes that threw their helmet for throwing interceptions and etc. Let's talk about them too, not just Odell Beckham Jr. They be picking on my mans. Also, I've seen the Cowboys seriously not want to pay Ezekiel Elliott his money, who is still arguably one of the best running backs in the league. And in his defense, the reason why he's not even the top 5 rusher right now is because I think he came in not in football shape. He's probably just now tapping into football shape. And also the Cowboys, they've been passing the ball a little bit more often this year. So that's probably why he's not where he needs to be. But back then, they was leaning on Ezekiel Elliott to manage games, and he was doing his thing. So he deserved his money. It shouldn't have taken so long for them not to give him his money. Like, look, come on. They gave him his money a week before the season started. They low-key put him at a disadvantage anyway, because now, since he's not a top 5 rusher, it's like, oh, he didn't even deserve the money in the first place. They put him at a disadvantage. Next, I want to talk about the Dolphins, because the Dolphins are rebuilding while they're currently rebuilding. What kind of shit is this? You traded away Minkah Fitzpatrick and Larry Tunsil for some first-round draft picks that you just used first-round draft picks on them. You've been rebuilding all this time. I don't understand what they are trying to do. Teams need to, this is the worst rebuild. I never seen a team just flat out give up week 1 of the NFL season. This team is awful, man. Like, I hope teams don't start doing this in the NFL because the NBA, they already pretty much taking this method. It's not worth it in the NFL. And you can end up getting all these first-round draft picks, and they can turn to nothing. Ask me, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. We had a lot of first-round draft picks, and we still was not turned up. You feel me? And the last thing I want to talk about is the quarterback competitions in the NFL, because I've been saying it for the longest. They are so mediocre. If you're going to draft a quarterback first round, he needs to be started off ripped. You drafted him because your quarterback situation is iffy and you're looking for a new quarterback. Bring him in for training camp, give him a chance. Don't have him battle with a veteran that obviously has experience going to win the job. See where he's realistically at. Let him compete with somebody that, also wants the job. And if you feel like this quarterback is genuinely not ready, then sit him out for a little bit. But if your plan is to sit him behind a vet anyway, why don't you just wait until the second or third round, shit, even sixth round? Look at Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is proving to NFL teams that there is still talent in the late rounds. Honestly, all it takes is good scouting and knowing what you need to work on and how long it should take for them to develop that skill. It's not that hard, in my opinion at least, but I'm not an NFL scout. I'm just a regular dude on the streets. But I'd rather see more, realistic quarterback competition. Dwayne Haskins not be on the bench. Josh Rosen should have been starting week 1, and so on and so on. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section about the NFL right now. Let me know your thoughts on everything I just said. Let me know. Also, if this is your second time on my channel, you haven't clicked the subscribe button, click the button. Go ahead, you feel me? And I will be back with some more content coming soon.